Welcome to NarrativeNook audio tales where enchanted stories come to life. If you enjoy our stories, please subscribe, like and share to support our channel. Enjoy listening.
It's just dinner time. Let's have dinner together, Everett suggested, eyeing Doretta closely. He was quietly impressed. She's so composed, exactly the type who could turn on Emma and Ella. Mr. Wright, based on what I've seen, Ella is in a tight spot but is trying to hide it. Doretta got straight to the point. He spent the afternoon scheming to lessen Bay Corp's losses. What do you mean? Everett's curiosity piqued, his eyebrows arching. Doretta let out a sigh. It's unfortunate he believes he's outsmarting everyone, thinking he can offload Bay Corp's assets now. You wouldn't let that happen, would you, Mr. Wright? Everett's smirk was telling. You're spot on. Allowing Ella any leeway was out of the question. His plan was to take everything Bay Corp had. That's reassuring, Doretta remarked, getting up. I'll leave you to your dinner then. You're not joining? Everett inquired. Doretta shook her head and said, No, thank you. I just came to tell you about my work. Also, it's best not to hang out with you too long. Someone might be watching. Everett watched her leave, his gaze laden with thought. Sir, should we trust her intel? Jerry whispered cautiously. Everett's response was icy. She has nothing to gain by lying. It would be pointless for her to deceive him. Jerry looked concerned. So, Ella is merely stalling? We act tomorrow, declared Everett, his determination evident. Understood, Jerry agreed. They had to move quickly if Doretta's information was accurate. Any delay might allow Ella to complete his asset shuffle, rendering their efforts futile. The next day was sunny and bright. Early in the morning, Patricia told Nicole about what happened last night. Be careful, Nicole told her. I will, Patricia replied. After the call, Nicole looked worried. Everett might act today. You think Everett believed Doretta? Lulu asked, looking concerned. They knew Doretta had met Everett yesterday. They didn't know what they had talked about, but it probably involved Ella's actions. Everett wouldn't sit idly by after hearing what Doretta had said. He would definitely take action. The next steps depend on Patricia and Ella, Nicole said seriously. And, after today's events, what will become of Doretta? Lulu asked tentatively. If their plan worked, and Everett was fooled, Doretta's cover would be blown. Ella wouldn't forgive her, and Everett would no longer trust her, leaving her with nowhere to go. Let her leave San Giotto. Emma doesn't know what's happening. Charging Doretta would reveal everything, hurting Emma, Nicole explained. Lulu agreed. It's probably the best choice, even if Doretta seems to get away with it. Nicole smiled slightly. She did help us, and we didn't lose anything. They used Doretta's betrayal to their advantage. They decided not to punish her, thinking of Emma. She must be upset, Lulu said a bit gleefully. Let's wait and see. Our next steps depend on Ella and Patricia. We'll decide after that, Nicole said, focusing on the current situation. I'll head out then, Lulu said, leaving Nicole's office. After settling in, Nicole turned her attention to the document beside her, signaling that pivotal moments were on the horizon. In Bay Corp's office, Patricia hung up the phone and exchanged a knowing look with Ella. I expect the results by this morning, as I requested yesterday. Ella instructed his secretary, firm and expectant. No sooner had Ella spoken than Everett's voice filled the room. You might as well give up now. The struggle is pointless. Ella's annoyance was palpable upon seeing Everett. What are you doing back here? You're not welcome. We'll resolve this legally. You might want to see this first. Everett sauntered into Ella's office and casually threw a pouch onto his desk. Ella, recognizing the seal Doretta had absconded with, pretended ignorance. What is this? Everett looked down at him, his voice tinged with a slight pity. Seems like you hurried to shift Bay Corp's assets. Wouldn't you need this? How did you find out? Ella acted astonished. The how isn't what's important. What is what you decide to do now. Keep the company, or lose everything. Everett's words carried a calm certainty, as if the outcome was already clear to him. Ella's steadfastness seemed unlikely to Everett, especially now. "Mr. Wright, you might want to reconsider your position," Patricia chimed in, her tone laced with caution. "My position?" Everett let out a mocking chuckle, eyeing Patricia skeptically. "Do you really think your plots can intimidate me anymore?" "We'll see if it's a plot or not when you take the bait," Ella retorted, drawing Patricia closer to him defensively. Everett gave Ella an unimpressed look and said, "Fine." Then, he picked up the bag, turned it upside down, and a bunch of seals fell onto the desk, making a loud noise. He thought Ella would be shocked or angry, but Ella looked surprisingly calm. Everett was puzzled and thought, "Is Ella really this calm?" "Everett Riddle, I knew what you were up to. You didn't think I'd be ready for you." Ella spoke up, being honest. "What do you mean?" Everett felt worried. Ella was really calm because he was ready for this moment. "It means, don't bother with fake seals. They won't work," Ella said casually. "You think these are fake?" Everett felt hopeful, thinking Ella was calm because he thought the seals were just fake. "It's not a guess. I know they're fake because..." Ella paused, then added, "I arranged for fakes to be made." Everett was shocked and asked, "What did you say?" "I mean, the seals Doretta took were fakes I had made on purpose," Ella explained, making it clear to Everett. "Sir." Jerry couldn't help but react, thinking, could they really be fake? Did Ella plan all this? Everett then understood he was outsmarted, especially since Ella even mentioned his full name directly. Everett laughed, but his laugh sounded a bit sad. "Impossible." Doretta burst in, frantically examining the seals one by one, muttering to herself, "It can't be, how could these be fake? This is absolutely impossible." Everett suddenly grabbed Doretta's wrist, looking at her menacingly. "You dare to play me?" "No, I didn't." Doretta shook her head in a panic, trying to defend herself. "He's deceiving you, these can't possibly be fakes." "Doretta, from the very beginning, I knew why you joined the company. How could I possibly let anyone get their hands on the real seals?" Ella asked, his voice tinged with a chill. "How could you do this, considering how well my mother treated you?" He might not be hurt, or even care, but Emma really treated Doretta well, only to have her sincerity trampled upon like this. Doretta's face turned pale. She was unable to utter a single word. "The police have been alerted. You better cooperate with their investigation," Patricia stated, casting a cold glance at Everett, signaling the end was near. Just as she finished speaking, the head of security led several police officers into the office. "All right, I've lost this time," Everett shrugged, addressing Ella. "I hope the next time we meet, you still carry this same confidence." The police had escorted Everett and Doretta from the premises, casting a veil of silence over the office. "Finally, it's all settled," Ella sighed with relief. Yet, Patricia seemed lost in contemplation, her gaze lingering on the now empty doorway. "What's wrong?" inquired Ella, noticing her distraction. "I can't shake off this odd feeling, but I can't quite figure out why," Patricia admitted, her frown deepening. Ella, still perplexed, remarked, "But didn't everything unfold smoothly?" They had unveiled Everett's deceit and brought Doretta to justice. The unforeseen twist was Doretta's arrest. Ella hadn't anticipated her showing up, but she had incriminated herself by her mere presence and admission of guilt, resulting in her apprehension alongside Everett. Yet, I can't help feeling that Everett's effortless capture and Doretta's arrest are too coincidental, she mused, her intuition nagging at her. Ella had been prepared to let Doretta off the hook, provided she exited San Giotto for good. Patricia's discomfort grew, her expression turning grim as she murmured, "I need to verify something." She swiftly exited before Ella could respond, leaving him to only watch her departure. Concerned, Ella reached out to Nicole. "Nicole," Patricia rushed off. He relayed the event, adding, There's no danger for Patricia, right? I've got it, Nicole reassured, then hung up. Settling into her chair, Nicole pondered, with a hint of suspicion. Considering what Ella reported, Patricia's suspicions weren't unfounded. The circumstances surrounding Everett and Doretta were indeed abnormal. Instead of seizing the chance to flee, Doretta had appeared in the office, insisting that the seals she had were genuine, which was an outright confession of her involvement. Nicole questioned internally, what drove Doretta to act this way? She had the option to deny everything. Without her confession, despite Ella's accusations, there was no concrete evidence against her. She might have evaded all charges. Engrossed in her thoughts, Nicole was interrupted by another call from Patricia. Ms. Riddle, we have a situation, Patricia announced, her tone laden with urgency. Stay calm and explain, Nicole urged, striving to maintain a composed atmosphere. Patricia, taking a moment to steady her breath, revealed, Everett has disappeared. Yes, Ella is in danger right now. You should go and protect him, Lulu agreed. Nicole nodded. You should definitely go back. Patricia felt the mood shift, her cheeks turning red as she quickly said, I just don't want him to get hurt. We all know you care about him, Lulu said, smiling and teasing her. Feeling more shy, Patricia mumbled something and hurried out of the room. She's obviously worried and trying to hide how much she cares about Ella, Lulu observed, shaking her head. She should just admit her feelings. Nicole's subtle smile lingered, yet she chose silence over words. Regaining her composure, Lulu asked, Nicole, what exactly is going on? Did Everett see it coming? It's not about foresight. It's his instinct to always have an escape plan. Nicole reflected. She admired Everett's knack for turning situations. And his next step? Lulu's brow creased in thought, contemplating Everett's forthcoming strategy. Although his real identity as Everett hadn't been exposed, he couldn't appear publicly as Lexter Wright anymore. Surely he wouldn't keep hiding indefinitely. He will try to retaliate, declared Nicole, her voice laden with seriousness, her gaze deep. Patricia's concerns weren't unfounded. Cornered, Everett was bound to strike back, with Ella probably at the forefront of his agenda. Once Lulu grasped the gravity of Nicole's words, her concern extended toward both Ella and Patricia. Can Patricia handle it herself? Nicole bit her lip, thinking hard. If we put too many people to protect Ella, Everett might stay hidden. But if Ella is not protected, he could get hurt or even worse. Could others be at risk too? Lulu was really worried. If Everett attacks, he might not stop with Ella. We have to be really careful with our plan. Nicole understood that with Everett still free, it was crucial to keep everyone safe. Maybe we should just tell them the truth, Lulu suggested again. With a sigh, Nicole said, tell everyone to meet at our family manor today. There was no longer the need to keep things hidden. It was time to warn everyone to be careful. Okay, I'll tell them. Lulu looked serious and left the office. Nicole slowly stood up, pacing toward the floor-to-ceiling windows, looking out and thinking. In the busiest mall in San Giotto, Everett was hiding in a utility room in the parking lot, stressed from his escape, with Doretta. How long do we have to hide? Doretta asked, her face pale and voice trembling. Everett glared at her and said, We'll wait until night. Don't follow me after we leave. I have nowhere to go now. I betrayed Ella. He will be mad. Aunt Emma will be angry, and I can't go home. I'm stuck, Doretta begged. What does that have to do with me? Everett said coldly, his face showing disgust. Doretta clenched her teeth and reminded him, You said helping you would make me great, and you'd let me run Bay Corp. But you messed up. Ella still has Bay Corp. Go ask him if you want to run it, Everett said, wishing he could throw her out on the spot. Everett felt extremely low, the lowest he's ever been since coming back to San Giotto, all thanks to Doretta before him. I have nowhere else to go. If you don't help me, I might just turn myself in, Doretta said, desperately trying to make Everett react. Do you think I care if you turned yourself in? Once I ran from the police, I knew I couldn't go back, Everett said angrily, upset that she was trying to threaten him. When Doretta saw her threat didn't work, she stood up, ready to leave, saying, "I'll go out now." "You crazy woman," Everett snapped. He grabbed her, seething with frustration. "Let me go." Doretta struggled. "Stay put," Everett warned her sternly. While they were arguing, they heard a voice from outside. "Did you hear that noise?" Another voice asked. "Really?" Right away, Everett and Doretta stopped moving and held their breath. Someone seemed to wait outside for a bit, then, hearing no more sounds, moved on. "Why did it stop?" "I'm sure I heard something." "It's quiet." "You must have been mistaken." "Perhaps." Once the footsteps were gone, Everett and Doretta breathed out in relief. They looked at each other, deciding to pause their argument. Everett looked at Doretta with a calculating expression, as though he was thinking up a plan. Doretta was biting her lip, glaring at Everett with anger, as if he had wrecked her life and owed her everything. As night came, Akila helped Everett and Doretta out of the storage room. "Sir, I was being watched and could only come to help you now," Akila said. "It's fine, let's get out of here," Everett replied, sounding tired but glad to be leaving. "What about her?" Akila asked, looking doubtfully at Doretta, who was following them. Everett looked at her and decided, bring her along. He thought she might still be useful. Doretta didn't speak but seemed relieved, following them quietly. At the same time, the Riddle family's home was full of life. The family members were all in the living room, enjoying each other's company. Nolan and Lana were cuddling up to Benjamin, their great-grandfather, showing him love. Benjamin adored the two kids, showing them warmth and affection. "Dad, we're about to welcome another baby soon. It's going to be even more joyful," Karen said, smiling. Hearing this, Benjamin turned to Daniel and Gloria and asked, "Is Sally about to give birth?" "Yes, she's almost due. Steve's with her at the hospital, so they couldn't come," Gloria answered. "Let them be there and stay calm," Benjamin said, nodding. "Karen, now that Ella has a girlfriend, Preston is the only single one left, isn't he? Maybe give him a little push," Emma suggested. Karen sighed. "I would if I could. But even today, he's not here." Everyone was there, except for Steve and his wife, who were expecting a baby, and Preston, who was notably absent. "Mom, who said I didn't come back?" Just as they were discussing, Preston's somewhat indignant voice rang out, followed by his entrance from the hallway. "There you are. Come here," Karen said happily, seeing Preston. Preston quickly responded, "No thanks, I don't want to come over just to get a lecture." Then, he looked at Nicole and motioned to her. "Come over here." He showed up because he knew Nicole had a reason for calling everyone together. As the only single guy in the family, he dreaded the idea of facing his mom and aunts all at once. Nicole, understanding what Preston was thinking, gave a small smile. "Why don't you come over here instead?" Preston reluctantly approached and sat down near the couch. "Grandpa," he greeted Benjamin before adopting an expression that said he was ready for the inevitable fuss. "Sit down, let's talk." Benjamin shook his head gently, adding, "Everyone's just concerned about you." "Yeah, I get it." Preston could only agree compliantly. "What else can I do but listen?" Nicole smiled before speaking up. "The reason I asked everyone to come today is to share some important news." "Is it about you and Jared planning your wedding?" Gloria couldn't help but ask. Nicole, slightly amused yet exasperated, responded, "Mom, that's not the priority right now. I have something more important to discuss." Realizing her overeagerness, Gloria felt a bit embarrassed and urged, "Go ahead then." She acknowledged she might have gotten a little carried away without giving it much thought. With a more serious tone, Nicole said, "I want to talk about Everett. Initially, I didn't want everyone to be aware, to avoid unnecessary worry. But after giving it some thought, it's about everyone's safety, so it's better to be informed and take precautions." "What's happened with Everett now?" Benjamin's voice was deep, tinged with a hint of chill. After Nicole recounted the situation, she advised everyone, "So be careful whenever you go out from now on." "Is Ella in the most danger now?" Emma asked, her face pale with worry. "Don't worry, Mom, there are people protecting me," Ella reassured her. Nicole added comfortingly, "Emma, rest assured, we've arranged for people to protect Ella discreetly." Emma nodded, yet her expression remained fraught with concern. "There won't be any issues. Let's leave it to them," Dexter comforted her, patting Emma's shoulder. "And you try not to go out these days, or if you need to, I'll accompany you." He felt that given the risks, they indeed needed to be more cautious. Firstly, for their own safety, and secondly, to avoid causing any trouble for the young ones. "Maybe we should hold off on the wedding." "You shouldn't go out for now," Tia suggested to Gloria, worried that her wedding might expose them to danger. Gloria smiled reassuringly and said, "Don't worry, I'll make sure everything is arranged safely." Gloria thought that since the wedding was already planned, they shouldn't change it lightly. They could have the planners come to their home or make sure everything was well arranged before going out. But Tia was still worried. Nicole sensed that Everett might seek revenge, but it isn't certain to be directed just at her. Seeing everyone getting anxious, Nicole frowned. She had expected this, which was why she had hesitated to tell the family at first. She didn't want this news to disrupt everyone's normal life, but it seemed unavoidable. Feeling her concern, Jared gently squeezed Nicole's hand, reassuring her, "Everyone's safety is the most important thing. We'll be okay once Everett is caught." Nicole nodded lightly in agreement. Jared spoke up, addressing everyone, "You don't need to change your daily routines. Just be more careful when you're out. Starting tomorrow, I'll arrange for some bodyguards to ensure your safety." "I'll take care of it. You have enough going on," Sean added, echoing Jared's thoughts. After exchanging a look with Sean, Jared agreed, "That sounds like a better plan." "Okay, then don't worry about us. I'll handle it," Dylan reassured them. With Everett cornered and his Lexter right, disguise no longer a secret, they all knew he might become desperate. Dylan believed that the younger family members had their own responsibilities and didn't want to add to their burdens unnecessarily. "Dad, I'll find someone reliable," Preston promised. Dylan looked at Preston, concerned, and warned, "Be careful yourself." He knew Preston was involved in Nicole's situation, which could also put him in danger. "Got it," Preston said, nodding. Soon, the family moved past their worries about Everett, understanding that life had to continue. They couldn't let Everett's situation upset their sense of normalcy. "All right, it's dinner time," Benjamin called everyone to the table. Though he hadn't said much, he was happy with how everyone was handling the situation, especially with the peaceful atmosphere at home. Once everyone was seated in the dining room and had started eating, Ella leaned in and spoke quietly. "Mom, I've arranged for Doretta to leave San Giotto. This way, she won't be in any danger." Ella chose not to reveal the truth to Emma, thinking that since Doretta would not show up in the future, he lied to Emma so she would not ask about her whereabouts later. Emma didn't ask any more questions. After a moment's thought, she said, "That's probably for the best. Once things have settled down, she can decide if she wants to return." Emma thought that at this point, there really wasn't much else to consider, since Ella had made arrangements, which was good enough for Doretta. Ella breathed a sigh of relief. He had been worried about how Doretta's betrayal might affect Emma, but now that the situation seemed to be resolved without needing to reveal the truth, he felt at ease. They stopped talking about Everett and had a nice dinner together at the manor before everyone went home. The house was quiet again. Benjamin sat on the couch, looking thoughtful and distant. "Dad, don't worry, they'll be fine. It's only Everett," Dylan said, trying to make him feel better. Benjamin looked at Dylan and let out a sigh. He wasn't exactly worried, he just felt sad. "Dad, are you sad about Everett?" Karen asked carefully. "No," Benjamin sighed again. "I just can't believe someone like him is part of our family." "Dad, remember, everyone has to own up to what they've done, just like we did." Let's not think about Everett now. Things will get better once it's all sorted, Dylan comforted him. Alfred, help me get upstairs, Benjamin said gently, getting up with Alfred's help to go upstairs. Karen looked at Dylan, worried. You don't think Everett will come here to make trouble, do you? Well, if he does, it might just settle things. He's the one who got me into trouble before. Dylan remembered how Everett had framed him, causing him a lot of problems. Please, Dylan, just drop it. I just want everyone to be safe. No need to stir up trouble, Karen advised him. I'm not upset anymore. Things have been going well, and Preston's doing great. But I can't get over the fact that Everett poisoned Dad and tried to pin it on me, Dylan said, still upset about the past. If things hadn't cleared up, he could have been in a bad place. Karen tried to comfort him. Don't worry, Everett will get what he deserves soon. Dylan agreed, feeling a bit better. Yeah, you're right. Okay, let's get some sleep. Yeah, let's head to bed. Samuel and Spencer returned to the Riddle residence with June and Lulu. After persuading Daniel and Gloria to head upstairs to rest, Samuel eagerly asked, Nicole, I didn't ask much back at Grandpa's house, but where exactly is Everett now? He had heard from June that Nicole's plan was thorough, so he wondered how Everett managed to escape in the end. You guys chat, I'll take Nolan and Lana to bed, Jared said, then walked away with the children, thinking it was getting late and they needed to sleep. Taken aback, Samuel looked at Nicole and said, Sorry, I was just too anxious. It's okay, it's just their bedtime, Nicole replied, then sighed. We're still searching for him, but there's no news yet. He has someone very capable with him. I figured you all would be here, having a meeting without letting me in. Preston's voice held a touch of annoyance. Didn't say a word back at Grandpa's. And now here you are, showing up to join the meeting, Samuel teased as Preston approached. I didn't want to stress everyone out. Just Nicole reminding them to be safe is fine. We can deal with the details ourselves, Preston said, taking a seat. It was important to alert the family to be cautious about Everett, but they needed to figure out how to handle the situation themselves. Nicole looked at Preston and said, Just say what's on your mind. You know me best, Preston replied with a smirk, then continued. Haven't you guys overlooked someone? Jerry, right? Do you have any news about him? Nicole's eyes narrowed. She remembered Patricia mentioning that Jerry had fled in a different direction from Everett and had also disappeared. Yes, him, Preston affirmed, his tone serious. I've been keeping an eye on him, so I know where he is. That's crucial information, the others exclaimed, surprised. Preston looked pleased. So, I'm still of some use, right? No one said you weren't useful. Just get to the point, Spencer urged. All right, Preston regained his seriousness and explained. I found out that Jerry has been in contact with Hexton, and they should be together now. I suspect they're planning something. Nicole, with a low and slightly cold tone, speculated. You mean they might be trying to divert our attention, buying time for Everett? That's a possibility, Preston nodded. Hexton has some people under his command, and he's summoned them. Lulu thought for a moment and then said, So, all these could be feints, and if we keep a close eye on Jerry, we might find Everett. Exactly, Preston agreed, then turned to Nicole, asking, What do you think? It's possible, Nicole replied, her eyes narrowing in thought. Aquila saved Everett, but Aquila can't reveal himself, so Jerry might still need to carry out some tasks. By keeping an eye on Jerry, they might be able to find out where Everett was. If that's the situation, let's go ahead with that plan. Finding Everett sooner will ease everyone's minds, June said.
If you have enjoyed this story, please like and share so others can see it too. Also hit the subscription button and notification bell so you can be notified on our next release. Thank you for your support. God bless you.